Welcome!
Welcome to the Omniverse of Nick, and Part 5 to What If a Cell Jr. Survived. Before we get into it, be sure to check out the Omniverse's homepage, where our channel mascot Omni will direct you to the Discord, both Google Docs, and everything else the Omniverse has to offer, along with smashing the like button, subscribing to the Omniverse of Nick, sharing the Omniverse around and turning on all Omniversal notifications, and commenting future requests and expectations in the comments section. With all that said, let's begin. We open up where we ended off last time, with Majin Buu's awakening after Cell Jr.'s, Gohan's, and everyone else's massive battle, and him and Babidi making their way to the group. Goku, sensing this, instantly knows that the group needs to be on high alert and that this power is terrifying. Goku tells everybody that they need to stop fighting, even if the Cell Jr. is a huge threat. Gohan looks at the Cell Jr. and says, "We can handle our business later, just the two of us. But we need to work together for now." The Cell Jr. smiles and says while he could instantly squash Gohan, get his revenge, kill Goku and Vegeta, kill the Supreme Kai, and more or less stay teamed with Babidi, he has a feeling Babidi no longer has a use for him, and honestly, he was never a slave anyway. He was only in for it so he could fight Gohan and get his revenge. So for now, yes, he will team with Gohan, Goku, Vegeta, and everybody else. But once Majin Buu is taken care of, by his hand, if not theirs, Gohan will be his to deal with, and his alone. Babidi and Buu make their way to the battle. Goku, Gohan, Vegeta power up to 2, and Cell Jr. powers to his max super perfect adult form. Shin instantly knows that it will take all of them to deal with Buu and Babidi. And Babidi especially because of sealing Buu away. And then he senses something, a bunch of powers coming towards them. Trunks, Goten, Yamcha, Krillin, Tien, number 17 and 18, Piccolo, and Kibito all arrive on the scene. Goku is very happy to see all of them, and with all of them working together, it's confirmed they are definitely going to be able to beat Buu and Babidi. And then Goku tells them all about everything, and that if they're going to stay here and fight, they have to know what they're up against. So Goku and Piccolo get to talking. Goku sees and hears what happened at the tournament grounds, and he also lays on information about what happened here at the ship. And then Kibito, along with mainly everybody else, sees and hears about Dabura, Pui Pui, and Yakan, and the whole Purple Cell Juniors and everything else. But before they can get to the actual adult blue one, the main one of this story, 17 and 18, notice it first. And Piccolo, as well as everyone else, is especially surprised at this turn of events. That not only was it truly an offspring of cells and not like Cell or something that made those Purple Cell Juniors, but an offspring of cells actually did survive. And Gohan says, yes, it's true, the offspring of cells survived. He almost killed all of them and could very well have just been holding back loads and loads and loads of his power. They are in a truce for now, because the Cell Jr. is no longer the enemy. Majin Buu and Babidi are the enemy. And he knows that 17 and 18 have beef with Cell. They all have beef with Cell and the Cell Juniors. He, above all, should know that. He's the one who failed to kill the Cell Jr. and make sure the job was done and everything else. But they need to work together to get out of this. And Vegeta tells the androids especially, he more than anyone hates this truce idea, but if it's worth getting rid of that wizard and this pink blob Majin Buu, deal with it for now, because he hasn't exactly forgot his beef ever with not only Kakarot, but the likes of the androids, including 17 and 18. So, teaming with one, whenever he already has beef with two that are around and active, he can deal with. But can 17 and 18 deal with teaming with an offspring of cells? And more importantly, can everybody else? 17 and 18 look over at the Cell Junior, and they just nod, look away, and more or less get ready to fight, as well as everybody who gears in for this temporary alliance, with everybody ready to work together. Bobbity just smiles and says, "Well, you've gotten a bunch of victims for my Majin Buu, and I see the Cell Junior was about to kill all of you before I arrived. But unfortunately, Cell Junior, your time in the contract of our deal has expired. But I do thank you, because without you, especially you were right. You really did do better than Deborah and all my minions, because if it were not for you, I guarantee Majin Buu would have never been brought back to life. But unfortunately, like all of these fools, including the boy you so badly want to get revenge on, you're all destined to die at the hands of my greatest creation." But the Cell Jr. instantly powers and says, "You all can have the last blow. I for sure will be getting the first," and powers instantly to his 100% super perfect power. Seemingly 100%, but it's more or less still holding back. He seemingly is going full power, according to Bobbity, and Majin Buu's just sitting there. Everyone else says, "You seriously intend to do this alone?" Cell Jr. doesn't even say a word. He just rushes in and instantly punches Buu straight across the face, sending him flying for miles. And Buu is actually angry by this, and the two actually begin to fight, with the battle seemingly even. The Cell Jr.'s not truly at 100% because he only used 50 to flex on Gohan, Goku, and Vegeta. Right now, he'd be right around that 50, and the battle seems to be even. And then the fight continues with the Cell Jr. using Tri-Beam, which goes straight through Buu, and then uses a special beam cannon and incinerates the entire top half of Buu. But then he regenerates, surprising Cell Jr. that he's basically like him. And then, to everyone's complete, total, and just utter shock, Majin Buu uses a special beam cannon. And he hasn't even absorbed Piccolo. It is instantly deflected, though, because everybody knows that move. And then the Cell Jr. uses a Destructo Disc, which Buu flings off a piece of himself, and basically it's just to not only shield himself, but throw something in the middle of the way, just to show how broken he is. And then flings off another piece of himself. Either that or he would combine the two pieces that were cut in half, form them together into another big piece, and then he throws that one. But then the Cell Jr. throws two Destructo Discs and then I-Beams, which incinerate all the pieces Buu just threw at him. But this was all a distraction. Buu extends his arm really far, straight towards the Cell Jr., and punches him straight in the stomach. The first actual blow dealt from Buu. But then the Cell Jr. says, "You shouldn't have done that," and uses a solar flare, blasts Buu several times in the face just to ensure that he's fully blind, and then uses a miniature spirit bomb. But it just doesn't pan to completely get Buu down, because Buu uses his blast, the vaporized one he used against Gohan and Kanon, and a huge blue explosion is cratered in the middle of where they're fighting. The Cell Jr. at this point realizes that, unlike Gohan, Goku, and Vegeta, he'll finally get a chance to show his 100% full power. So he powers to his 100% super perfect Majin adult form, and then he sprouts a third batch of Cell Juniors. We already know about the OGs. He's one of the OGs. Then we know about the second batch. Now, this is the third batch of Cell Juniors. So think about that for a second. They all lunge at Boo. And it's hard to say whether he would spawn 7 or so, but more or less, I think he would spawn 7 again, and Boo would be very intrigued by this. Like the Super Ghost Kamikaze attack, except it's way, 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 way different. So, with all of these Cell Juniors amplified way beyond what Goku and them were fighting outside Babidi's ship, and much stronger than the OGs, since this Majin Super Perfect Adult Cell Juniors at 100%, this means that these Cell Juniors are even stronger. And with 7 of them, Boo is instantly thrown aback. But then he starts to get more and more ahead of the game and starts toying, eating, and just showing that he is far from being able to get eliminated by these little android kids. Babidi, though, he is just utterly thrown aback at the fact that the Cell Jr. not only has literally done everything he said he would with being the greatest asset in his, repertoire, and actually be on par with Majin Buu to spawn even more of these little Cell Juniors, but it's actually throwing Buu back. Then Piccolo, Shin, and several others, seeing as the Cell Junior's the only one fighting Buu right now, corner Babidi, knowing that he's the root cause for Buu, being able to be sealed away or anything like that. Because you take out Babidi, who's Buu going to listen to? So, even if it might be a risk, according to Babidi and maybe a few of them, they have to take out Babidi right now, not knowing the after effects of what might happen. Just then, before they can do anything, a huge spear flies towards everybody, and it instantly pierces through Yamcha, killing him instantly. Krillin and Piccolo are both spat on and turned to stone, and it shows Dabura managed to survive, and he flames the entire area in which everybody else who's not fighting is, and it covers the entire area where everybody is, just circulates them around flames so they cannot move. And Dabura, very injured from the blast shown at Cell Jr., who, like I said, he was not even close to anywhere using even 20% of his power. So with that bared in mind, no matter how much stronger the Cell Jr. is just normally in his adult Majin state, super perfect, whatever the frick you want to call it, Dabura has shown, especially taking hits from Majin Buu and coming back, that no matter if it would be magic or just his durability, because he's a freaking Demon King, especially if you watch Daima, Dabura has managed to survive. And he says to Babidi, I told you that the Cell Jr. not only was a bad decision, but he's throwing your greatest creation, Majin Buu, back a loop. And he says to Babidi, I am the only minion that you can trust, Master Babidi. This Majin Buu is not only worth destroying you, you were almost about to die before I saved you. I am more than capable of being the ultimate servant for conquering the universe that you need. But your Majin Buu, it would only be a matter of time before these Earthlings that I just had to save you from would kill you, or Majin Buu would destroy you. And we all know that the Cell Jr., if he can take on your Majin Buu and be this strong, just imagine what he could do to you. And he kneels down to Babidi and says, I am the one servant that you can trust that is left. Please, Master Babidi, I know you have no more use for any servant because of Majin Buu's awakening. But if he cannot conquer the universe as you wish because of the Cell Jr., what hope do you have in conquering the universe without a tool, especially one you know has always obeyed you? Babidi just wants to tell, he tells Dabura to shut up at first, but then he's realizing Dabura's right. Majin Buu's getting thrown aback. The Cell Jr. seems to be the strongest one here. His life was about to be over, and Dabura saved him. So he says, "Fine. I will still allow you to be my servant, Dabura. You will be the tool that I want and need. But Majin Buu is my ultimate creation, my father's ultimate creation. So, I will give you the power necessary to be this tool that you so badly want to be, and this power beyond what you're already capable of. But you will do something for me. Team with Majin Buu. Get rid of everybody else who is not fighting. Make sure he's on the winning edge against that Cell Jr., but spare the Supreme Kai and throw his corpse to me for what he did to my father. If you can do that, and you pledge your undying loyalty to me more than you ever have in your almost near-death life, then, my friend, the Demon King Dabura, I will give you every single drop of evil, malicious, demonic energy that you need. Are we clear?" Dabura says, "Crystal, unlock the full power of the demon world and your magic to me, my master, and I will swear the deed done." So Babidi uses his powers, and a huge, malicious, dark red aura sweeps over Dabura. Basically, Babidi is known for whenever he puts people under the control, that he also unlocks their potential, because that's what happened with Vegeta to give him Super Saiyan 2 in the Majin state. But this is beyond potential. This is Dabura's demonic potential. So, we get a look-alike to what Xeno Dabura looks like, except the M on his forehead turns to a malicious, dark red. Because this is Dabura, demonic Majin power-up from Babidi. So, its potential unlocked Dabura, look-alike to Xeno from Heroes, except its demonic potential unleashed. With this power, do our heroes stand a chance against Dabura, who seemingly is going to be teaming with Majin Buu now against the fighters? If the Cell Jr. cannot beat them both together by himself, no matter if he's past 100% or not, can anyone else who teams with them, especially Gohan, Vegeta, and Goku, even pose a threat to this new alliance with Dabura, Buu, and Babidi? Can they kill Babidi and maybe release the Majin potential, possibly backfiring our Cell Jr.'s potential in the process? Or is it all over in the furtherfication of Cell Jr.'s survival?
Now get out!
What?
Get out! Everybody get out!